Hey guys, hope you're all crispy and crunchy. It's CerealMaty here, and welcome back to Monika's Food of DDLC Purist mod. Well, the end of this entire mod might be further away than I expected it to be last episode, but that's just fine. I'd love this mod to continue forever, but unfortunately it doesn't. But we still have a lot of plot to go through, so let's get started. I go to the club the next day, still wondering what I should do. I didn't come up with a single thing last night. The situation is something so unique I can't look up the answer or tips online for help. Good afternoon! I greet the 3 people already here. So I guess Monika isn't here yet. Good afternoon, Matty. Yura looks up from her book and waves. Natsuki looks out from the closet and sees me. Oh, hey there, Matty! Hi! Okay. Monika's not with you? I didn't see her coming here, so no. Huh. She's been running late a lot, hasn't she? Maybe she does have a boyfriend. I see Sayori's smile becoming cat-like again as she glances at me, looking for a reaction. I do my best not to give her one. Sayori, you shouldn't be gossiping like that. Sorry. But still, it's not entirely out of the question, right? She did tell us she didn't have one, but, you know, hehe. Sayori nearly jumps into the air when the door to the clubroom slides open, Monika running inside. Sorry, I'm late. Someone on the debate club asked me to do them a favor. Hi, Monika. Did I miss anything? No, we've all just been waiting around. I see. Thank you for waiting. It's not like we had anything planned for today, right? That's true, I suppose. Anyway, sorry to make an interruption. Afterwards, everyone goes back to their normal activities. Yuri is once again reading off to the side. Natsuki is browsing her manga collection. Sayori and Monika are chatting as usual, this time about poetry. It feels kind of strange. Deciding to at least look like I'm very busy, I take out a book from my backpack and open it to somewhere around the middle. Every few moments I turn the page, but rather than reading, I keep thinking. Well, I guess the only real way I can talk to her is alone is getting somewhere with her. If I talk to her in school, she'll go back to playing her club president role or trying to look like a model student. But if I take her out of here, then she can't do that. Or at least that's what I think. There's a chance she'll still try to look and act like she does here, but maybe, just maybe, not being in school will put her off her game. That's all I can do anyway. As the rest of the day goes by, I can feel my nervousness start to ramp up. Since we didn't write any poems, it's quiet. Okay, everyone. Monika claps her hands together, getting everyone's attention. We didn't do anything today since I didn't assign anything, but I wanted to ask if you'd be comfortable with a shift in things. A shift? Well, it won't be a big shift. Since we wrote a lot of poems lately, I thought we could try maybe writing a song. Ooh, that would be cool. Song is a lot like poetry after all. Oh yeah, please tell me, like, we do write a song in this mod and the song will play when the credits roll. That would be neat. Anyway, I wanted to get everyone's opinion on it. Is it too big of a jump? We wouldn't have to be done by the next club meeting, right? Wait, Sayori says that? But Sayori is on screen. Natsuki's on screen. Weird. Anyway, of course not. That'd be too short a time. I was thinking maybe a week, or if you'd like, we could try 2 or 3 weeks. If everyone is comfortable with it, anyway. The silence sets in for a little bit as everyone mulls it over. I'd be fine with it. Monika glances at the others. I guess I could try. Likewise. All attention is on me now. It's not like I have much of a choice with all this pressure. Yeah, sounds good, Monika. I think the 3 weeks option sounds good. It was already hard enough writing poetry, so I think some more time would be good as well, since it's like making a bunch of poems fit with each other. I agree with Matty. We'd need some time to figure out how to link everything together. Alright, what about you, Natsuki? That's fine with me, I guess. The others pretty much said what I was thinking anyway. I'm fine with 3 weeks as well. Then it's settled. We'll have club meetings in case we still have club meetings in case you want to help or an early critic. But let's aim to have a song made 3 weeks from now on. And that's all for today's meeting. Everyone else gets up ready to leave for the day. Sayori also quietly exits, not saying a word to me. I guess you're putting my things in my hands, huh? Oh, Maddie, you're not going home with Sayori? Forced down a lump in my throat. Not today. Is something wrong? You didn't get into a fight, did you? No, of course not. I think she knows what's up and is trying to keep me away from what I want to do. Anyway, Monika, I wanted to ask if maybe you'd like to go somewhere if you weren't busy. I'm sort of just to get some inspiration, you know? I quickly backpedal in embarrassment. I know about this really nice place. There's a tower that has a good view and maybe you could get something from it. And... Matty? Monika flashes me a knowing smile. Are you making me, asking me on a date? What? I can feel my face go aflame and quickly start stammering in order to finish this conversation as fast as possible. It's not really a date. I was thinking that maybe, you know, I could introduce you to a good place for writing since it will help you write a nice song and... sorry, I'll be going now. Sorry to bother you. I try to leave the room as fast as I can, realizing that my hasty move was probably not for the best. I'd be delighted, Matty. I hear Monika talk when I'm halfway out the door. Huh? I said I'd be happy to go with you, Matty. This upcoming Sunday is fine, right? Oh, yeah, it's fine. Should we meet up at my house? You already know where it is since you came over one time. Ooh, she's coming over. I mean, for a short period of time, but she does so. That sounds fine with me. What time would you like to go? Maybe in the afternoon. Alright. Is that all? Yeah, see you tomorrow, Monika. See you later, Matty. As soon as I leave the club room and get far enough away, I breathe a sigh of relief. That went a lot better and worse than I expected. I reach up and feel my cheeks, finding they're still burning. Jeez, I couldn't have sounded any dumber if I had tried. Well, she at least said yes, but part of me is confused about it. I was doing it so I could get her out of the school, but surely she could foresee that happening. But then again, maybe it'll be like the rooftop again. When it was just the two of us alone, she didn't have to worry about being the club president. So maybe she said yes because of that. Either way, I guess it's set in motion now. All that's left to do is wait and see what comes out of it. I don't run into Sayori on the way home, which is fine with me. I'd probably end up stumbling over my own words and giving everything away to her. She'd probably get all the details about how I completely failed to ask Monika to go with me somewhere. Jeez. Well, whatever. I did it nonetheless, so I'll have to be content with that. The next few days at the club are fairly quiet. We all work on our songs in silence, with Monika occasionally poking around to see if we're all still okay. Sayori teases me on the way home sometimes too. Come on, she totally smiled at you. What did he do? Nothing. Yeah, are you sure you can't tell me? Absolutely sure. You're no fun. But Monika seems a little happier, so I'm still glad. I pat Sayori on the head. Don't worry, Sayori. I'm doing my best. I don't know if what I'm doing is going to help, but someone's got to try, right? With that, we reach our houses, splitting off. See you later. See you later, Sayori. No response. All right. The fated Sunday arrives. Monika said she'd arrive at around 3 o'clock, so I don't have to worry about preparing lunch. I also make sure I have enough money to cover dinner if we end up staying there long enough. Alright. I wouldn't say I'm dressed up, but I thought I could at least look a little nicer. I slapped myself on the cheeks even though I'm wide awake. Okay, I'm definitely up now. Even though I kept telling myself it's not a date, part of me keeps saying it definitely is. So, I'm a bit of a nervous wreck inside. I check the clock and find it's about 2 o'clock. Not much to do other than making sure I have everything. Notebook, pencil, pen, eraser, some water. Yeah, I should have everything. I go sit idly on the couch while waiting for the time to go by, turning on the TV. It looks like there is a return of the newest episodes of the anime this season after I checked the schedule. If I recall correctly then... Parfait Girls got its first episode this week, right? It surprised me that it was getting an animation, since it seemed kind of niche to me when I first read it. Either way, the opening is actually kind of catchy. A little bit on the cutesy side of things, but it's not so overboard that I'm turned away. The graphics in the opening could definitely use some polish, though sometimes they didn't match up too well. The episodes wraps up around 2:30. It wasn't bad, but it might be a little hard for it to stand out since the opening of the manga was a little weaker compared to the development everyone gets later. All that's left to do now is wait for Monika, though. At 2:55, I jolt awake as I hear my doorbell ring. Coming! I shuffle over to the door and take a look through the peephole, finding Monika standing outside. In her uniform again? Then again, I guess she likes it. Well, I guess I know why she's always in her uniform. Because in the original game, there was just the school uniform for Monika. There was no like leisure time outfit or something. So they could only adapt that, and apparently developers didn't create new clothes for everyone, so that's why she always wears it. At least that's my explanation for it. But anyway, that doesn't really matter. I open the door. Hi, Monika! Good afternoon, Matty. Let me just put my shoes on, then we can head out. Okay, take your time. I grab my bag with all of the things I need for today in it along with my keys, then put on my shoes. I head out the door, close it behind me, then lock it before putting the keys in my bag. Right, I'm all ready to go. Lead the way then. I take a step past Monika and start on the journey outbound. We have to take the bus to get to it, but other than that, it's pretty much a straight shot from there. We make some small talk, mainly about song progress. So, how far have you gotten? I know you've told me you've had some difficulties with your song at the club. Honestly, I haven't even begun to think about it. I can't even nail down the topic I'd like to write about, a song about, let alone write one. Well, maybe today we'll have you think of one. That's what I'm hoping. So, how far are you? Well, I've gotten down the first verse, but that's about it. Songwriting is pretty hard, huh? It is. I might have overestimated my abilities. Well, it's a good thing you gave us 3 weeks rather than 1 or 2, right? Yep. Oh, hold on. This is our bus. We board the bus and start on our way towards the city area. The trees and bushes in our part of town turn into skyrises and pedestrian-filled sidewalks after a few minutes. I pull the bus cord, the electronic voice chiming, "Stop requested," going off as I do. Was that electronic enough? We get off right across the street from the tower as I was talking about. Even though there are skyscrapers around the city, the tower has enough open space around it since it's in the middle of a large park. Oh yeah, we're back at the park, of course. That way, the view isn't ruined. In addition, it's right on the edge of the city, so a decent portion of its view doesn't have any massive buildings in the way. Plus, you can get food from the food court at the bottom, then eat out like it's a picnic. Do you come here often? Monika asks a question as we cross the street at this crosswalk. Not really, I've only come here once or twice. I see. Though, Matty, can I ask you something? Sure. Monika gives a small, knowing smile. Can I ask you why you wanted it to be just us? I'm sure the whole literature club could benefit from this. That's... I hastily searched my mind for an excuse. I probably should have seen this coming, but I didn't devote any time to it at all. Wait, no, I got it. Well, I thought that, you know, I'd show it to you so you could get a good idea of the place. You know, since you know the entire literature club better. Yeah, you'd know whether or not they'd all benefit from it compared to me. It wouldn't be any good to drag everyone here if they wouldn't all get something from it, right? Monika giggles a bit before nodding. I see. Even if she's saying that, I can tell she probably doesn't believe me. Well, I'll be sure to judge fairly today then. Okay. The park itself is already bustling with activities, since this is a popular hangout, I think. There's a lot of food carts selling various snacks and some street performers. However, we make a beeline right for the tower in the middle. The first floor is a big food court and shopping area, but we get in line for the elevators right in the middle. The line doesn't take too long to go by, and soon Monika and I are already at top of the tower. Ooh, there's even a known background for it. Nice, I didn't expect it actually. But here we are. There's large glass panes making up the walls all around the circular viewing space, and binoculars you can drop quarters in to look through for a bit. Monika and I find a bench that looks out towards our town and sit down, taking our other things. Well, let's get to work. Yep. The two of us sit in silence. Oh, that was weird. Listening to the sounds of people walking by, children playing around and shouting, and couples being lovey-dovey. Occasionally, I look to the side, finding Monika scribbling something down before crossing it out. I guess I better take this seriously. I try to think of a topic for a song. Maybe I could write a song about being with friends. It would be something cheesy, but I guess the expectations for me aren't exactly high. Deciding to use the topic of friendship and being with people I care for, I start writing my song. Or I guess it's more like writing a poem, since so far I only care about the first verse. If anything, writing this song feels more like I'm putting down my life. It's actually kind of sad looking back on it, that I really didn't have anyone I was close to for so much of my life other than Sayori, who I grew up with. The first verse is sort of like that, where the point of view character is expressing loneliness before finding a place he has friends in. Yep, this is sad looking at it. It's kind of hard to believe this was me only a short time ago. But maybe that's why it's surprisingly easy to write about. I don't even have to think very hard, as the memories of what it was like and how different it felt compared to now come naturally to me. And it's evening. After trying to get my words down into a good flow for the 100th time, I check my watch and find it's past 6 o'clock. Jeez, that's 3 hours. That flew by. Monika? She jolts up as if knocked out of trance. Oh, Maddie, what is it? I was going to get us dinner since it's past 6. What would you like? Oh, you don't have to get me anything. Well, I'd like to. I'd feel bad if I dragged you out here and then didn't at least get you dinner. You're so sweet, Matty. Well, I'm vegetarian. Also, I'm not that big of a fan of asparagus. That's fine then. Okay, I'll be right back then. I go down the food court area and look around. I eventually settle on getting 2 vegetarian noodle dishes. I wait around 10 minutes for our meals, take them, and head back up the elevator. I walk back over to the area where we were sitting and open my mouth to call out to Monika. However, the words die in my mouth. She just seemed so beautiful against the sunset, with her brown hair sparkling in the orange light. It's rude to stare, you know. I can see you in the reflection, even if you aren't right behind me. Sorry, I brought our food. I hastily changed topics, walking quickly over to her and putting out food on the bench. You said no asparagus, so I went with 2 vegetarian noodle dishes. How much do I owe you? Huh? Nothing, it's fine. I think of it as a thanks for coming out with me today. If you insist. The two of us then sit down and start eating our meals. About 5 minutes in, Monika starts talking. So, did you make any progress? Yeah, I think I have a better idea of what to do now. I managed to find a good topic too. Oh, do you mind sharing? Monika leans in a bit closer, smiling. Well, you'll find out when I share. It'd be kinda unfair to the others, right? It would. She pulls away, giggling as she puts her chopsticks down. So, what about you? Did you make any progress today? A bit. Oh yeah. She stops and gets up from the bench, walking over to the glass. It's one of that moments where she just realizes that she's in the game again, isn't it? Monika never turns back towards me, gazing off into the distance against the setting sun. She's standing at just the right angle where I can make out most of her reflection in the glass panes. Something on your mind was keeping you awake, keeping you from working well? You could say that. Wait, she's transparent, partly? Oh, it's her reflection. I get it. You could say that. Can I know? This is it. I can only hope she'll let me into her world, her reality here. instead of giving me the same club president act. I guess you can. As she speaks, Monika continues to look out the window. I've already told you before, right? About how this is a game. Yeah? About how this is a modification. Yeah, you've also brought that up. It's obviously about that. It absolutely confuses me. I just can't understand it. I don't get it at all. Monika? Matty, I should confess something to you. I knew what your interest was bringing me here. So, she knew. I've been found out since the beginning. It's why I accepted. I don't think I could have said this is in the school. I'm a little too good at playing the part of a club president, you know? Even here, wearing this uniform, I thought I might lose myself like I did at the festival, so I made sure to not take a risk. I might even just be a bit petty on my part. That there's something still in my control. But I've made up my mind on this. What you're doing, I'm sure it's all well intentioned. But this isn't something you can fix. There's no point in trying. You can't save me from this place. It's all just a game after all. Unless the code is edited, nothing can change. That's how it is. That's the truth no one can change. But even so, it won't change what actually happened. Even the happiness they found isn't real. It's just a dream. So why? For some reason, I get the feeling those words aren't directed at me. They probably are directed at me, like me the one who's talking. It's just like the rooftop again. Oh. No matter how many times you play through those routes, it won't change a thing. So why do you keep on trying? Because there's nothing wrong with finding happiness, even in a dream. This time around, though, I can hear the words I'm saying. Almost like they've been given to me. But it doesn't change the fact that there's nothing wrong with it. If that dream is this modification Monika mentioned before, then there's nothing wrong with finding happiness here if the original ended horribly. Maybe they can take it back with them, but what's important is that somewhere they were happy. I see. So, that's what you think. But for now, I don't think I can agree with you. Oh jeez, I pushed my mouse, sorry. The happiness I want. I had it for a brief moment, but I guess it couldn't be called your happiness, thinking back on it. I don't want to settle on a dream, either. At that moment, it no longer mattered to me how much truth there was in this whole stuck in a game business. All I knew is that she was a student at the same school as Yori and I in the same year, competing at almost anything she put in her mind to a good friend. Well, and someone who was purposely denying herself happiness because she didn't think it was real, all because of because of where she found it. Jesus. Before, I'd been worried that the reason she cut herself away was that she thought she didn't deserve happiness, but that worry has all gone away. Happiness is happiness, no matter where you find it. I think someone once said, anywhere can be a paradise. I might be forgetting the second part of the quote, but I think it's applicable here. It also had been weighing on me this past few days, too. If whether or not Monika had been right about this game stuff, I kept telling myself that it shouldn't matter because it didn't affect me. But it doesn't matter to me anymore, regardless of that. Game or not, I've found happiness at the literature club. No one can take that from me. So who cares if it's not real happiness? Right here and now, I know that there's a feeling in me that makes me want to smile when I think about it. I don't care if it's fake, if it's real, if it's some coding telling me to think like that. All that matters is that it was here. How real it truly is, that can be thrown out. Besides, if what Monika says is true, then this happiness should be cherished even more. As someone had to fundamentally change the world just for it to exist. So all I have to do is convince Monika, somehow, to accept that even if it's all a dream, a show, a modification to something or a game, that it's fine to accept that happiness away anyway. because no matter where it was found doesn't change what it is. Monika turns around facing me once again. Anyway, thank you for bringing me here today, Matty. I think this is a wonderful place. We should definitely bring everyone here sometime. Haha, or maybe it could be our place of inspiration. Even though I know what she's trying to do, I can't help but still get flustered. Well, if it was for everyone, so... Well, it was for everyone, so if you want to share it, then I can stop you. Okay. I want to enjoy the view just a little more, okay? Even though she told me she refused to be happy in a dream, I can't help but feel that there was something real to what she just said now. That maybe she really did hold some value to this moment, even if it's not real to her. Monika, I promise you, one day you'll be able to accept the happiness you can find here. Game or not. It's alright, as long as we don't stay too late, but I guess we could get a cab as well. Oh, this looks cool. Sorry, but this looks really cool. Especially the scene out the window. Ah, fantastic. The sunset slowly begins to fade away. Soon enough, the spring evening takes hold, with the sky becoming full of stars. As Monika continues to stare out beyond the horizon, I quietly clean up our things. One by one, people begin to leave the viewing platform after a few minutes. It's only us. Monika? Oh, I whisper while tugging on her sleeve, trying to get her attention. We have school tomorrow, we should get going. Oh, right. Sorry, Matty, I know I said only a little while, but... It's fine. It's a pretty view from up here, right? Yes. Anyway, we should go now. Sorry to keep you up so late. Like I said, it's fine. Let's go. We head over to the elevators and wait in complete silence. It's so quiet that I can even hear the car coming up through the shaft before it gets here. The door lumber open and we step inside. The elevator car brings us back down to the ground floor. All of the hustle and bustle from earlier today is gone. To dawn is gay. Sorry, that sounded totally wrong. The food court employees are cleaning up as we exit the building, coming out to an empty park. We walk over to the bus stop and wait. It only takes a few minutes for one to arrive. We board the bus and begin to drive back, still quiet. I guess we could both play as if we were tired, but as for myself, I was completely lost on what to say. This one's the stop for my house. This one's the stop for my house. Oh, well, good night, Matty. There is a stop up ahead closer to my house. Oh, I see. Wait, don't you live the opposite way from the school from here? This road circles around a bit, so I'll be able to get to my house easily. Ah, I see. Then good night, Monika. I get off the bus and wave to her as it pulls away, waiting for the bus to be fully out of view before walking away. I guess that's about as good as it could have gone. I don't know how it could have gone any better considering Monika knew what I was intending. That was me underestimating her there. At this point, I'm fairly sure she's going to be guarded again. Once again, I'll have to wait and see. But still, I do wish Monika would let herself be happy. I walk by Sayori's house finding the lights off. Well, Sayori, I tried my best, but I don't know what else I can do from here. Maybe that confession was not supposed to make me feel better about what happened, but it's not like Sayori could hear me from here. I continue walking to my house and unlock my front door once I arrive. Stepping inside, I give a long sigh before closing the door behind me and locking it. I'm too tired to even take a shower now, so I take my shoes off and head up to my room. Once I'm there, I simply lay down on my bed and close my eyes, allowing sleep to overtake me. Okay, so that was our first date. Let's just call it a date with Monika. Wow, I seriously have no idea how I can break through to her, but I'm sure there will be some kind of way later on in the game. Maybe just not now, but we'll get there. So yeah, actually, this route takes quite longer than I expected. This is the 7th episode, if I remember correctly. So Well, and I still think there's a lot of things ahead of us. So I'm still curious what this is all about. I'm about for more like meta stuff that she tells us we're in a game and so on. How this will continue, the whole topic. And yeah, but that does it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!